What is up, everybody? It's CJ and I'm back with another Sims 3 speed build. So today I'm going to be building a cozy spring cottage. Now it's been a while since I've done a speed build. I feel like nowadays I'm mainly into furnishing, renovating, not so much building something from scratch. So I was like, maybe we can kind of bring it back today. It's kind of funny though, because I'm also building this house in a world called St. Greer Island. It was a world that I used to use a lot back in the day when I started my channel. It's just an empty, nice custom world. I believe it's by Gruesomes. And it has a lot of space for building. I don't know, I just like to build here, so it was kind of nice to kind of bring back the old vibes, you know? I got the idea for this build because I realized that we are officially in spring. Like, I knew, but I just didn't think about it until today, and I was like, bro, we're in spring. So I was like, why don't I just build something to kind of celebrate the new season? I will say, though, I am not ready for it to get hot outside, y'all. Like, it's already starting to get warm outside. Ugh, I am not a fan of the heat. I prefer, like, when it's cold, or at least kind of chilly outside, you know, like sweater weather. Like, I love that. When it's getting warm and then hot, I can't take it. So I'm not really looking forward to it being hot, to say the least. But it's also kind of cool too, y'all, because I am using some custom content with this build. A lot of y'all know I don't really build with custom content. For one, it's a lot easier to share builds if it doesn't have custom content, in my experience, because sometimes I'll download stuff and I don't really know where I got it from, or I'll remember where I got it from. I don't know like who the creator is or anything like that. So CC can kind of be a hassle when you're trying to refer back to it if you don't already know. So for me, I'm like, maybe I'll just stick to Max's stuff. Also, my game is laggy. It may not seem like that when I make the videos, but my game is laggy, y'all. So I try to limit my lag as much as I can. So I'm like, listen, I need my CC hair and clothes. I could live without the furniture. So that's just kind of why you don't really see me with a lot of builds CC. But today I'm switching up, y'all, because I want to build something with CC. I've been on Tumblr a lot lately and I just see so much good stuff. And I'm like, bro, I need to lock in and I need to use this now. So that's what we're doing. So I will leave a link to everything that I downloaded, link down below. However, I will say this, I didn't use every single piece for this build. So there will be some things that I downloaded and some things that I didn't use, but I feel like it'll just be easier if I just give you a link to everything that I downloaded. That way you can kind of like look at the video and see like, okay, CJ used this object from this set, because there was a lot of stuff I downloaded, y'all. but I'll give you a list of everything. I kept track of it because I knew I was going to make this video. So as you can see, everything is starting to come together outside. I'm using some of these low-lying plants. Now, it's funny because these are the pink flower low-lying plants from Late Night, I believe. However, in some Sims 3 custom worlds, I don't know how it's done. I don't really know how to make worlds, but sometimes people can like retexture objects in the game. So like, for example, like I said, that low-lying green shrub is actually the plant with the pink flowers on it. But whenever you place it in this world, it'll show up as grass instead of having like the pink flowers or whatever. So if you download this house and you put it in a different world, the flowers will look different. I don't know if I said this earlier, but you don't have to have the world installed to download this house. You know, I'm just building it here for the video. But just letting you know, so if you're like, CJ, why are the plants different? Yeah, sorry. I didn't realize that when I was doing it at first, but now that I'm looking back at it, I'm like, yeah, that looks a little bit different. But as you can see, now we're on the inside. So I knew that I wanted to start off in the kitchen. This house ended up being a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom. I feel like it looks a lot bigger than it is. I think it's because of the tall roof, but this house is kind of small. I went with something a little bit smaller today, a little bit more cozy. When I think of cottages, I think of like cottages in like the middle of the woods. You know, some of them are kind of small, cozy, and I kind of wanted something like that today. So unfortunately, this house is not big, but you know, maybe if you are a builder, you can like make it bigger, you know? But anyway, I started off in the kitchens. At first, I was going to use this wallpaper from, I believe, Ambitions, maybe? I can't remember. Or maybe it's like a base game one that I recolored. However, I downloaded this set. It's like a bedroom set and it came with a wallpaper, and I was like, well, I might as well, because I feel like this is a good excuse to use all the CC I downloaded, you know? And also, too, I tried to get, like, a good variety of stuff, but y'all, I don't know about y'all, but when I go CC shopping, I feel like I can CC shop for an hour or two, and when I pull up the game, I feel like I have nothing. Like, I feel like I only downloaded, like, 3 things, and that's kind of how it felt today, because I was like, I thought I downloaded way more than this, but apparently not. So one thing I want to point out before I forget, the kitchen. So the countertops are not modular. It says this on the download page, by the way, but yet these are not modular, meaning they don't automatically slot together like the normal ones do. Also, if you place the cabinet down and you pick it back up and place it back down, it's going to revert back to a base game countertop. Make sure it's the piece that you want to use before you place it down, because if you try to pick it back up, it's going to revert. So I had to like remind myself of that. I was able to recolor it, obviously, as you can see. It's really cute, but just know that these are not modular, so they come in all the different pieces, like the angle pieces and all that. Same thing goes for the upper cabinet. cabinets, you know? I can't remember if the CC set came with the fridge or not, but I ended up using the fridge from the Sims 3 store. It's from like the Villa set. I can't remember the name of it, but it's like a Villa set or something. And then also the trash can, y'all. I loved it. It was so cute. I had to rotate it though, because I don't know if a Sim could use it. I downloaded these archways and doors, but the archways, some of them have like open doors, and I was like, bro, I gotta use that in here somewhere. And I also was gonna use the matching doors that goes with the set, but the doors, I didn't really like that much, but I did like the archway. So I was like, we're gonna just use that. I got the smaller one. I knew that I wanted to have a kitchen table in here somewhere. So I was like, maybe if we use a smaller archway, I don't have to worry about like not having enough space. But as of now, I'm trying to get fancy, y'all, with cluttering, because I got a lot of clutter CC. We have oven mitts. There's like, I think that's garlic on the wall. There's these little jar of preserves. So I was really trying my best to clutter up. There's like a dish rag on the wall, a plate of tomatoes. Like, I was going crazy with the cluttering. I know The Sims 3 is an old game now and there's no new content for it, but CC kind of makes it feel like it's new content, especially like if it's something that you just downloaded, because it's just like, ooh, look at this, look at that. Needless to say, I was having a lot of fun furnishing this house, y'all. Like, I had a lot of fun. I really hope you enjoy playing here if you download it. I also found this kitchen island object. I think it came with the same set, so I put that over here. It fit perfectly in this little like L-shape corner for the kitchen tile. So I ended up putting some flour, a pie. I was going to use this wood oven, but for some reason it was floating and I didn't know if I like was supposed to get another piece of CC to go with it or something. So I didn't use it. It was floating and I was like, maybe I'm doing something wrong. So I didn't use it this time. I did find out, however, when I went to go take screenshots, that I left a lot of empty space in some of the rooms. So like for the kitchen, you'll see there's like a space by the door. It's just empty space. And I was like, I could have left it empty, but I was like, I kind of want to put something there. So I went back after I was done recording and I put a dresser. And then for the living room, which we're going to next, I noticed that there was a lot of empty space by the archway, so I put a bookshelf just to have one in the house, you know? But as for the living room, y'all, I think this might be, I don't know. I don't really know which one is my favorite room. It's either between the kitchen or the living room. I don't know. Maybe I'm going more towards kitchen, but both are really cute. So for the living room, I knew right off the bat I wanted to use these really comfy looking couches. Like, oh my gosh. Funny enough, y'all, this is how you know I don't know what I'm doing, because I thought if I put two of those single chairs together, it would make a love seat. No, I had it rotated the opposite way, I think. Or I don't know what I was doing. I don't know if I missed a piece when I was downloading it or what, but that was not gonna work. So I only used one of those chairs instead. I found this really cool console table and I was like, bro, I gotta use that somewhere. This kind of just makes me wish that we would have got like more stuff from the Sims 3 store that was kind of like this, because like imagine, or just from the packs themselves, like imagine like a nice console table just like that. Like that would be so nice. That's why I am at least glad that we can mod the Sims. I always ask this question every so often, but I'm like, would you still play the Sims if you couldn't download CCM mods? Like if CCM mods never existed, you couldn't mod the games at all, would you still play the game? Let me know down below. Would you? I feel like every time I ask this, I get different answers. I feel like some people are like, yes, but they wouldn't play it as long as they have played it. And then I feel like some people is like, no, I need my stuff. So I guess that's me asking y'all. So would you still play the game if CC didn't exist? Like no CC, no mods, you just had to play with whatever they gave us. Let me know. And that goes for any Sims game, not even just Sims 3, any Sims game at all. No NROS, no master controller, no sliders or anything like that. I don't know, I just think it's interesting to think about, because like we only really know a world that has CC and mods, but imagine if there was none, you know? But as you can see, everything is starting to come together, y'all. I'm loving the vibes. I really wanted something like rustic, maybe like slightly modern. It's kind of giving like a Tumblr house, but I kind of wanted something kind of like both rustic and kind of cutesy, maybe some modern touches here and there. It's kind of giving like farmhouse modern, if that makes sense. So the TV I used is from the Generations pack. The end table beside the couch is from the Sims 3 store. The lamp is custom content, by the way. The little hanging plant in the corner is. You know I had to break out the Pets chandelier. Y'all know I love that chandelier, so I had to break it out and use it. And then for the bathroom, y'all, I am sorry. This bathroom is very small. If I would have made it bigger, your Sims would not be able to get to the couch. And I really like the way that the living room looked, so the bathroom just had to be small, unfortunately. But you know, if you want to make it bigger, feel free. But it is functional. It just has a shower tub combo and it has a toilet. I swapped out this original shower with the shower tub combo from base game. I went back and added a picture and I also added some toilet paper in the bathroom, so it's a little bit cluttered. But there wasn't too much I could really do in the bathroom, unfortunately. And by the way too, I forgot to mention this, but this house is not a starter home, by the way. This house is around 50 50,000-ish simoleons. It's in the 50,000s. So this is not a starter home, unfortunately. Sorry about that. But, you know, you can always use free real estate if you want to. So last but not least, we move on to the bedrooms. So I went with a blue color scheme today. I'm also using this really nice, like, farmhouse bed. So you get the bed frame separate and you get the mattress separate and you connect the two of them. So I ended up, like, putting them together. I'm using this really cute end table. I love that arched, rounded mirror in the corner. So I kept that as well. And of course, I recolored the bed a little bit. So I went with a slightly green color scheme for the bed, just to kind of have some contrast in here, you know? And then I was trying to find a good dresser to use. So I downloaded this nursery set and I was like, oh, that was really cute. But I was like, I don't know if that's too big. Then I was like, maybe I could put it in the living room, but I didn't like it. So I didn't use it. But instead, I remembered that I downloaded this other dresser that's like vertical, and I thought that kind of fit the vibes too. It's kind of giving like a boho kind of vibe, and I really like that more, so I ended up putting that in here instead. Of course, I had to put my rug at a slight angle, and I was gonna put a chair in here, but I didn't want to over clutter the bedroom so Sims can still maneuver it. I think the bedroom's really cute. I also added some curtains, like CC curtains, up behind the bed by the windows, and I think those are really nice. I think I recolored those to be like a creamy yellow kind of color, just so it could match a little bit more with the bedspread. But this bedroom looks so cute. Like, I think the screenshots of the house look really nice too. So last but not least, y'all, we head back outside. I put a couple of columns outside as well. I also included this swing chair. It doesn't actually swing, but you can sit down, so it is functional. I also included chickens outside as well. I added a fence in the front of the yard. I put some little lanterns outside. Like, I was kind of going all over the place with this build. If you look close, there's even some string lights by the tree. So I went all out with this build, y'all, but I had so much fun building and furnishing this. Like I said earlier, I am going to leave a link to all the CC that I downloaded, as well as the link to the build if you want to get it. Thank y'all so much for watching though, and please stick around for the screenshots so you can see how the house looks from different angles. But anyway, y'all, that is all that I have for this one, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye! Thanks for watching!